Street, approaching the station.
Like an hour or two at a time. Like we had to be ready and prepared for police evacuation at 4 a.m. this morning. So, you know, you lose your voice, you're sleeping, you're cold, it's raining on you, you know, but as long as you're cared for and you have community, your mind and your spirit and your physical body is capable of incredible things. And it means to me personally so much when I see people from the community come out because they're interested, they want to issue their support, they want to participate in some extent, you know, whether it's bringing donations, attending meetings, voicing their concerns, participating in the direct democratic structure, how much faith and confidence people have in this space as providing a functional alternative to our defunct two-party political system to effect real change. And when I see that people really believe in the capacity and the potential of this movement, that's what makes me believe in the movement. And you know, average, working class, middle class Americans that want to see real change. And when they come, every single one, you know, such as gentlemen such as yourselves that are, you know, that would not typically be involved in these alternative radical cultures, but the respect and the exchange and the diversity that is being fostered here is what keeps me going, is like the fuel that I need.
I don't care about money. Money don't care about me. I don't care about money. Money don't care about me. I just need my feet to feel free. I just need my knees to set them free. I don't care about money. Money don't care about me. I don't care about money. Money don't care about me. I just need my heart to feel free. I just need my eyes to keep on seeing it. But through the road you can kiss mistakes. You can love some truth. You can sell your light to keep on breathing the blue.
What time is it? 1, 2. 1, 2. No. One. Yes. 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 Yeah. Shower. Ring. The alarm goes off. Yeah. Yes.
If you're alive, you have to prove it. From a day to a minute, making life cut up with a finger. Now I have my reflection, my image was my direction. Shirts and faces laying in the station. In every place, in every day, in every face, in every way, we walk in separate steps. To the same place we gotta get. In every word, in every reason. In a world that never sees. You can't break borders. With your eyes, so just say goodbye, go wild. Looks at the moonlight by day, she looks at the sunshine by night. Seems you got no place to return to. But there is a freedom in the shoes when you search of nothing to lose. It's really like climbing from the deepest well. In every place, in every day, in every face, in every way, we walk in separate steps to the same place we gotta get. In every word, in every reason, in a world that never sees. You can't break borders with your eyes, so just say goodbye, go wild.
Mr. Chomsky? Hello? Is anyone home? Mr. Chomsky!
Oh, what are you doing standing there like a marble statue? Put the clenched fist down. I'm not Karl Marx. The Berlin Wall came down years
I'm
ago.
sorry, Mr. Chomsky.
No need for excuses. The omelet's overdone.
There must be some misunderstanding.
No. A fire almost started. You think there's a misunderstanding?
No, I just didn't mean to upset you with a communist salute, that's all.
Oh, not at all. Oh, Miss,
Cheryl.
Yeah, oh.
Cheryl Shannon from Daniel and Black Investments.
Well, never mind the formalities. Help me open the windows if you don't want to end up smelling like smoked ham. Come.
Of course, Mr. Chomsky.
Let the air in.
What did you put in that pan to make so much smoke?
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember.
Must have been bacon and eggs.
Hey, you should have been a market analyst, you know. You got a good nose.
I am, actually.
You're what?
A market analyst.
Really?
I just told you, with Daniel and Black Investments.
You told me. Well, I must have forgotten. Well, sometimes remember things and sometimes I don't. But from the waist down, I remember how things work.
Pardon?
Oh, my stomach. I like to wear my pants riding up high like they did in the old days. Do you ride horses, Miss...
Cheryl, and no, I don't ride.
Oh. Well, do you play golf?
No golf, but I do play tennis. Do you play tennis, Mr. Chomsky?
Silly question. Of course I play tennis. Now, what was I saying?
Your stomach. You were talking about your stomach.
Oh, yeah. The stomach works when you put something into it, and that's why I was cooking, because I was hungry.
I'm sorry I bothered you during lunchtime.
Why? Whatever for? Oh, lunch? Really? Oh my gosh. What time is it?
Lunchtime.
Oh, I'd forgotten.
Not really, since you were cooking.
Well, I hate being contradicted, miss. What is your name?
Cheryl.
Cheryl, do you want me to sue you?
No, of course not.
Well, then close these windows right now. I am freezing. I could catch pneumonia. Do you know what the temperature is out there?
65, 70. It's Springtime, Mr. Chomsky.
Spring? Really?
Yes, really.
Oh. Well, in any case, you don't go opening windows in people's houses without asking permission.
You asked me to open them, Mr. Chomsky.
I did? Whatever for?
The smoke.
The smoke? Was I cooking something?
You certainly were.
Did I burn everything?
I'm afraid so.
Oh, yeah, now I remember. I had the alarm clock and this... Oh, did I burn the house down?
No, no harm done. You're just going to have to throw away the pan.
Throw away the pan and buy another one?
Yes, you're multi-billionaire, Mr. Chomsky. You probably own the company that makes the pans.
Oh, well, that puts a different light on things, yeah. I could buy all the pans I wanted. What do you say, Cheryl?
You remember my name quite well. Oh, are you making fun of me?
No. Well, okay, yeah, I am a little, yeah, but, I, now and then I remember certain things and other things I don't remember at a certain age. You know how it is. Some things I remember quite well. Yeah, like your name, for instance.
And what is my name?
Your name. Yes, your beautiful name is Cheryl.
Mm-hmm. Cheryl what?
Oh. You are presuming a lot of my memory bank.
Cheryl Shannon from Daniel and Black Investments.
Oh, Daniel Black, huh? That wizard. That self-styled wizard of investments who knows about as much about the stock market as some drunk at the wheel of an SUV who just stole. If I haven't chased you out of here, it's just because you're Cheryl. Yeah, the rest isn't worth a rat's ass, let me tell you. Pardon the French of an old fool who sometimes forgets what he's saying, but who nevertheless always says what he thinks. Shall we make a deal, Cheryl?
That's why I'm here.
So from now on, you tell me only what you really think. And when I say really, I mean really.
Agreed, Mr. Chomsky. Is it okay if I tell you you're a sly old fox?
A sly old fox, huh? Oh, that's a good one. No one's ever called me a sly old fox yet. No one before you had the courage to call me that. I have sued people for less impertinent slurs.
I hope you're not.
No, don't worry. I couldn't sue you because I'd be in breach of the contract we just made, huh? Yeah, and then you could counter-sue me and take me for everything I've got. Even my underwear.
Oh, well then, a cunning dog as well as a sly old fox.
Yes, that's excellent. I think we are on track for a wonderful collaborative relationship. Huh?
Absolutely. It's a pleasure doing business with you. You allow yourself to be insulted and don't get offended.
Oh, well, insults from a girl like you at a man my age? Oh, they're even a pleasure.
Well, if it makes you happy.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. So, I think we should move on to phase 2. Huh?
I couldn't say, Mr. Chomsky. I'm not even aware of a phase 1.
Well, phase 1 is when we open the windows wide to let the smoke out in the air, and it's... Huh? Phase 2 is we shut the windows and keep the mosquitoes out. What do you say? No, I'm not making myself perfectly clear?
Crystal clear, Mr. Chomsky. I should have understood it right away, but I don't know much about domestic economy.
Oh, domestic economy? What? Domestic economy? What do they teach you there at Daniel and Black, huh? Look, the markets work like this. If the market gets overheated, that is, produces inflationary effects, more substance than... No, more illusion than substance, well, then you take precautionary measures. You throw open wide the windows, you let the smoke out, the air in, and when the smoke is cleared, you go back into the kitchen, you salvage what you can of the bacon and eggs, and you roll up your sleeves, and you start cooking all over again and hope it won't burn this time. Now, have I made myself clear?
Yes, very clear indeed.
Good, good. So, let's make up, shall we?
But we haven't quarreled.
No, that's only because you don't want to, and I can't quarrel with myself, no. If I were your father or your grandfather, you would have told me to take a flying a long time ago, yes?
But according to our deal, I could tell you to take a flying, well, and you wouldn't get upset.
Deal? What deal? What are you talking about?
The one about telling each other only and always what we really think. Don't tell me you've forgotten.
No, it's your word against mine, Cheryl. You know, in my day, there was only the primordial law of the jungle. Yeah. You had to have a thick skin to survive. It was the skill of the individual, their instinct for survival. It was all a bestial orgy of virtual finance. And speaking of orgies...
Mr. Chomsky!
Oh, no, don't get so upset before you even know what I'm trying to do. Oh, don't reprimand me before you know what my real intentions are. Speaking of orgies, I haven't had lunch yet. What about you?
No, I haven't had an orgy. I mean, lunch yet. No.
Oh, good. Well, then let's have an orgiastic lunch together. You must be famished.
Absolutely hungry as a wolf.
And dance with wolves. At least with this lone wolf.
I guess you do sort of have a gray wolf appeal about you.
Yes, indeed. It is the lure of pristine and uncontaminated nature. You know, I'm not on any schedule. I eat, I sleep, I drink whenever I want. I eat, in fact, when I'm hungry.
You're lucky to have that option.
Well, it's a matter of choosing your lifestyle. It has nothing to do with economics. You just have to give up certain things, certain luxuries. Get used to living as Spartans.
Okay, let's leave Sparta out of this. The hell I'm living in is more than enough. New York City.
Oh, New Yorkers. Yes, you always have your nose to the grindstone. You run around like madmen until it's time to pull the plug. But nobody pulls the plug, huh? The lights are on even at night. You don't even have time for a decent meal. You probably have to nap or you'll explode.
Actually, that's about right. Every once in a while we lose a colleague along the way. A traffic accident because he fell asleep at the wheel. A heart attack brought about by stress, the odd suicide, and many instances of burnout.
It's a new kind of disease, isn't
Just fall down and you can't get up again. You open your eyes, you speak, perceive. You just can't get moving again. It's a kind of cerebral blackout brought about by stress, fear of losing one's job, anxiety over family life, existential angst. When you're burnt out, you are through, as the word says, consumed, fucked.
Well, that's why my motto is, it's better to fuck than get fucked.
Easy to say.
No. You only need the raw materials. That's all. Now, a nice young body like yours. No, it's only a metaphor, you understand.
We were talking about serious things, Mr. Chomsky.
Well, I was saying, I too have experienced burnout, and I am on fire. I'm a flame. I'm sizzling. Put out my fire.
It's your heart that's making you feel these hot
No. Sometimes it's the heart, but sometimes it's the, whatchamacallit, you know, they have a kind of sympathetic nerve.
No, the sympathetic nerve is somewhere else.
No, but this one isn't unsympathetic. On the contrary.
You joke about it, but For people in this condition, things are pretty bleak. Dark black.
I have my doubts about that. Let me tell you a story. Once, I too were in the trenches, just like you. Yeah, I was feeling the need to take a break, to get away, as it were. So I got on the train and I went to the beach in New Jersey.
A nice little spot.
Yes, and there on the beach, stretched out on the sand, was a bearded bum with a bottle of whiskey in his hand. And I went up to him and I said, "Hey, why aren't you working?" And with his mouth muddled by alcohol, but with an entirely lucid mind, and that is a strategy of those who would manipulate a conversation, he answers me with a question. "Why should I work?" "Well, wouldn't you like to make some money?" "What would I do with money?" I ask another question. "Wouldn't you like to retire?" "Retire and do what?" "Oh, well." And that's when I made the mistake of stopping to ask questions and started to make assertions. Well, you retire, you can relax, enjoy life without making money. And he said, "But that's what I'm doing. I am enjoying life without making any money." And that's when I had to realize that he was right for the first time in my life. Oh gosh, and that's, what could I do? And that's when I decided to retire here to the green hills of Tuscany.
Yes, but you didn't lose your personal wealth. In fact, you've grown it tenfold in a few short years.
Meh. I have never lost my nose for business. I have a sixth sense about those kinds of things.
And what a nose. According to Newsweek, America's 10th richest man.
Yeah. And, well, I am also among the world's most starved. So, if you allow me, I would like to go back into the kitchen and do my thing. All right? Scrambled eggs good for you?
Actually, bacon and eggs are a deadly combination.
Oh,
Bad cholesterol.
Oh. Look, it won't be the occasional straying from your diet that'll get you into trouble. And it won't be bad cholesterol that'll send me to that big mansion in the sky. Come on.
Well, this once.
Good. Let's get scrambling. Scrambled eggs. Yes. Oh, eggs. All over the world, they are the symbol of procreation, fertility, and the accompanying copulation.
It's best if I pretend not to understand that politically incorrect illusion, Mr. Chomsky.
Yeah, you're quite right, yeah. Let's not have these useless headaches. Okay? So, let's consummate, yes, consume our repast, huh? Baptiste! Oh, I forgot, it's his day off. That's why I was cooking in the kitchen. Well, you know, if you want to do something right, you do it yourself.
Well, I wouldn't necessarily agree, seeing as what happened with the previous attempt.
There's the rub, Cheryl. Come! Well, what?
The devil is in the details, Mr. Chomsky. You forgot to buy eggs.
Well, as I said, you know, at an advanced age, I forget a lot of things. But, you know, in business, you have to bank negative experiences, like the burned eggs.
I don't understand.
Well, you recycle them.
Recycle burned eggs? No, I am not eating them.
Well, no, not by not eating them, but recovering them and placing them back into the productive cycle.
Recovering them how? That's disgusting.
Cheryl, in your opinion, what does the smoke from burnt eggs smell like?
Fried air, maybe.
Ah, yes, fried air, precisely. And do you know what fried air contains?
I don't know, but it makes me want to vomit.
Oh, well, it would make me want to vomit too if it weren't for the conditioning through advertising. Yes. Hasn't it occurred to you that all of us know that the cholesterol in eggs and bacon are bad for us?
Okay.
But so, that's actually its attraction. We are drawn to the negative, to the thrill, to the wonderful thrill of things that are bad for us. Yes. And it's precisely that makes humanity buy this, because we're all traveling down the road to self-destruction.
So, in order to promote a product according to you, one always needs an ad which suggests suicide.
Yes, because if you think there's a newspaper that makes money on good news, you're crazy. If I started a factory to manufacture bad news, I'd make money hand over fist. Unfortunately, I've made money hand over fist already, and it's not much fun making it anymore. You know, it might be a lot of fun. Throw it all away, start all over again, and make it back from scratch, bit by bit, deal by deal. Yes. You know, at American breakfast, when there are no eggs in the pantry, we have a solution. Let's go shopping. You'll accompany me to the supermarket in your car.
Actually, Mr. Chomsky, I came to talk about business.
We can talk about business later. Besides, you have to get me to agree to give you $10 million. Now that's a trifle for me, but not for you. And so it'll cost you a meal with an old billionaire waiting to be fleeced.
Fleeced? What do you mean?
Fleeced, yes. You know, maybe I'll let myself be fleeced, but not before I have a chance to teach you about the real world so that I won't look like an idiot in your eyes. And that will cost you some of your precious New Yorkers' time when you would be running around hither and yon worrying about being late, huh?
All right, I guess I could unwind just a little bit, just to please you.
It will be a treat to shop with a sweet lass. What is it I do to women?
Maybe you show them your bank account, Mr. Chomsky.
Oh yeah, bank account. It's a pretty effective sexual ploy. And it's even a sentimental one, too. It has convinced a lot more women than Cupid's arrow.
That depends.
Well, maybe you're right, but from personal experience, I speak. So, I will have you pick me up around the back in your car, and we'll go shopping.
I warn you though, my car is no Cadillac. The inside is like a bordello.
A bordello? Really?
Well,
That is music to my ears.
Not a bordello like that, you naughty thing.
Well, a bordello is fine. A cat house even. I will be just Oh, I'm not home. Or if I am, I do not want to answer. Why not? Because you're being a pain in the ass. I don't need anything or anyone, especially telemarketers or advice on how to invest money. In any case, sooner or later, the world is going to blow out a huge fart and let out its last breath. So please mind your own business, but if you simply can't, then leave leave a message, but don't count on my calling back. Not today, not ever.
Good morning, Mr. Chomsky. This is Samuel Black of Daniel and Black Investments. I'm calling to tell you that something unfortunate has come up. Miss Cheryll Shannon, who has had an appointment with you today at your cottage, had a trouble with the car on the highway and won't be able to make it until tomorrow. She will try and get in touch with you as soon as possible. She set another appointment. We apologize for...
Time's up. Go screw yourself. You are incorrigible, Mr. Chomsky.
Oh, I'm incorrigible, but I'm not irrepressible.
Maybe you're playing a bit too much on this irrepressible you and getting away with it.
Well, perhaps I am. Look, I'm a rich man. I take advantage of it. It's noblesse oblige, an old French practice.
I know French. I did work for 3 years at the Paris Stock Exchange.
Oh, you did? Well, what are the French saying these days? Are they still revolting?
In the suburbs, they're burning cars and setting up barricades.
And downtown? What do they do there for fun?
Nothing special. They drink champagne and eat oysters as always.
Now, doesn't that tell you something, my silly girl? Let's go shopping.
Here I am again, searching what the road knows. Our nose often kills. So I hug my soul, trying not to steal the air, 'cause love needs the breath. Sorrow, the song said he has a stone, not to leave you completely alone. Should I stay, should I lie, should I love? I could warm your heart, but finally I have to go. So now barefoot on the shore, right in the place where the sea does end. And the sand ain't dust, and the track which is the best lasts till the wave does live. Sorrow, the song said he has a stone, not to leave you completely alone. Should I stay, should I lie, should I love? I could warm your heart, but finally I have to go. Oh, I have to go. Oh, I have to go.
Salmon. Cost costs $30 a pound. It's excellent this time of year, but so expensive because, well, it costs as much as gold. But I don't spare any expense for you. And besides, I practically eat at my own expense because guess who owns the salmon farm?
Lucky me.
Wow. Yes, I make myself filthy rich. And that is the miracle of modern capitalism.
Of course the salmon farm belongs to
Yes, I do. The poor salmon farmers catch the fish, I package it, I sell it. They starve, and I opt for a beautiful risotto with creamy salmon sauce.
Great. That is fantastic.
But that's why tonight we can throw away the old scrambled eggs and have a beautiful candlelight dinner with creamy salmon sauce.
Risotto takes time to prepare, Mr. Chomsky.
No, but then why are you so formal? We're going to be having a working dinner, and you'll have to explain to me all the ins and outs of the deal that you want me to make with Black and Daniel.
Daniel and Black, actually.
Oh, excuse me. I get them mixed up with the tool maker because I own 25% of their shares.
Look, the deal we have proposed is an excellent one, Mr. Chomsky.
Well, maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. You'll have to convince me. Oh, you'll have to just opt for... Perhaps the way to convince me is to opt for a candlelight dinner and take advantage of the steamy situation created by the atmosphere to get me all flustered and confused.
I don't want to get you all flustered and confused.
Oh, but I want to be flustered and confused. It's $10 million after all. The game is worth the candle, don't you think?
Up to the candle and the dinner, I get it, but the metaphor of the game escapes me.
Oh, I will explain it to you. Old men become like children again. Children like playing games. The game, well, wouldn't you like to play a game with an old billionaire?
Billionaire, that is rich.
Oh, no. That's a, oxymoron, yes, like flat mountain or boiling ice.
Or rich on the outside and unhappy on the inside?
No, perhaps old on the outside, but young on the inside.
Oh, Mr. Chomsky, you're making my head spin. It's all your fault.
Mine?
I saw her left my heart just the other night through a window covered in frost. It was later in the night and I was a little
Mr. Chomsky, thank you.
Ariel, I'd like you to call me by my first name. My first name is Ariel.
All right, Mr. Chomsky.
Ariel, like the winged spirit in Shakespeare's Tempest.
All right, Ariel.
You should know that I pursue love very differently than that character who bears my name. If I encounter resistance from a woman I desire, I don't desist, I insist. So she doesn't resist.
I don't know what to say.
No, don't say anything. Just let yourself be desired. Let me sigh, and let yourself be conquered.
Look, Ariel, maybe we're moving a bit quickly, don't you think?
We? Oh. Had you said that I was moving too quickly, well then I would have been offended. But you said the plural, which indicates a certain amount of emotional involvement.
Well, emotional involvement may be going a bit far. Although, I can't deny a certain amount of attraction to you.
Are you serious? Are you just bluffing?
Why ever would I be bluffing?
Oh, so that I would fall into your big fat trap.
There is no trap, Ariel. The investment is a sound one.
Well, okay. Then maybe it's my lucky day. A good investment brought to me by an angel like you who covers me in flowers and sweet melodies. Hey, it's marvelous.
I think I perceive a shadow of cynicism in your remarks, perhaps even sarcasm.
Well, old age has made me cynical, yeah. And experience sarcastic. I am kind of a choleric, bilious old man, but I just need a whiff of Viagra to recover the time that's lost.
That's pretty sad.
No, the world is sad. I'm just part of it.
I feel almost sorry for you. You seem almost vulnerable.
In my aged breast, there beats an ardent heart.
Why aren't you the romantic one?
Am I mistaken? Are you blushing?
I wouldn't know.
Is it I who sees a conflagration where before there was just a timid little flame? Cheryl, you must know that a night of romance with me is a whirlwind of emotion that you have to sustain disinterestedly, but with the full participation of body and soul for the sheer pleasure of not seeing old Methuselah despairing. Do you have compassion for me? Or do you disgust? Do you look at me with disgust? How do you feel about me?
I feel a certain fondness for you.
Well, that's something. I'm grateful for it.
Poor old Ariel.
Poor old billionaire then, huh? You agree?
Pathetically poor.
What shall we talk about now?
Of the time you have left to live, what do you want to do with your life, Ariel?
Since when have we become so intimate that you call me by my first name?
For some time. You asked me to use it, don't you remember?
No. I don't remember anything of what just happened. Oh, candlelight dinner. Yes. Oh, I almost forgot. I thought I had tied it around my finger, but how could I forget a candlelight dinner with you?
I haven't forgotten.
No. However, I did forget to buy the candles, so I'm going to go downstairs, get some candles, and just sit here by the fire, and I'll be right back. Here are the candles. We're lucky. There was one package left, so I'm going to put on some music. Some Mozart, okay? And then I'll cook some dinner.
Something's come up, Mr.
Yeah?
Chomsky.
Oh. What is this? Some kind of a joke?
It's no joke. It's an act of love.
Since when does an act of vandalism called an act of love? What does this act of love mean?
It's an act of love towards humanity in the world.
Well, I'm humanity in the world, too.
It's convenient you think about the world, but only to save your own ass.
Save my ass from what?
Just wrote it down. Save the world.
Kill a capitalist. What is this? Some new bon mot? Oh, you're part of that global youth movement, huh? But you're not so young anymore, my little missy.
How old you are has nothing to do with it. When you're young, you perceive intuitively the evil intrinsic to a system that functions quite well, but only for the select few. And then the system sweeps you up like a twister from hell, and you, under the illusion that you can live in it without getting your hands dirty, try and convince yourself there's no other alternative, that that's the way things are. And then, until it dawns on you that it's all a dream, a gigantic con game built on the unacceptable and fraudulent concept that a piece of paper is worth something merely because there's a number printed on it.
You learned this all at university, huh? Not at Harvard, I suppose, because if you did, I'm going to change my will and take them out of my endowment. Those post-communist acolyte eggheads.
Some things can't be learned in books, Mr. Chomsky. You have to live them.
What are you getting at? I see. You want me to invest in a spray can factory. Well, why not? I've only got a few years to live, and I don't give a damn about the laws designed to protect us from greenhouse gases.
It is the typical attitude of the super rich. All of you like Faust, who goes down like a true capitalist by digging his grave with his own hands.
But no. Faust died with the illusion that he could save humanity. But I, too, want to save humanity.
Do you want to save it or buy it?
Well, when I buy a corporation, I buy it to make it work, not to make it bankrupt. No, it is we who will save this terrible world
from... Save the world from what? From communism? From Islam? Oh, yes. No, there you are absolutely correct. From Islam. From terrorism. Perfect. And how do you save the world from Islamic terrorism? By terrorizing the world, by destroying it.
Yes, we're against absolute evil.
Your solutions are worse than the evil itself.
Oh, are you moving towards a conspiracy theory? Come on, don't you find it idiotic, crazy even, to suggest that 9/11 was not an unforeseen terrorist act, but rather a plot concocted by the secret society?
I don't want to go there.
Good. Don't go there.
Look, all I'm saying is that your system is in symbiosis with terrorism. That is, with people's fears. The very people who would revolt, who wouldn't take it anymore. I don't care to know whether mass terrorism is the work of a sect, a fanaticism, or a religion. All I do know is that terrorism is convenient for you because you make humongous profits from it. You're all in cahoots, from Wall Street to London to the Hong Kong Exchange to the jarring rooms of the giant yachts of the Arab sheikhs. Who are your allies? You're all on the same team. All terrorists, all praying to your single, solitary God. Holy money.
So, that's why you want to kill me, huh?
It wouldn't bother me to pull the trigger. No one would miss you.
My butler would. He'd lose his job. And then what would we do? If you kill all the capitalists, there will be no job at all. Never, ever, any job for butlers.
Or there wouldn't be butlers or servants, perhaps?
That's right. Nothing would exist. Huh. We'd go back to the Stone Age. Is that what you want? But it's capitalists who make the world safe for individuality. Our economic system is based on the principle of private property, which protects the freedom of the individual corporation.
No, but you're talking about a world that no longer exists, if it ever did. The old capitalism has been replaced by holding companies with no borders, no ideological or religious creeds.
So, what do you propose to do? Are you going to kill me? How are you going to solve this problem?
Everyone knows whose side the truth is on.
Oh, and the truth is always on your side.
It's on mankind's side.
Little girl, you neither are, nor do you represent mankind.
I could have children to whom I want to offer a future. I would know how to live together with them in harmony.
Look, the laws of nature will prevail over the laws of nurture.
How can you say that? You don't know me. You have no idea of my inner strength.
Oh, yes, I do. I know exactly. You are a pain in the butt. That's what you are, with your absurd little platitudes about the world and the way you think it should work. Look, the world works the way it works. You're not going to change capitalism from making money. That's the way it's always been. That's the way it's always going to be. Get used to it.
Look, let me tell you a story. I was at a dinner in Montreal, one of the numerous boring business affairs that I was forced to attend before I finally hurled the table upside down and said goodbye to the party forever. It was with a group of industrialists from Quebec and a number of American investors. One of them, as a lark, decided to bring up the bloody Battle of the St. Lawrence, in which the French were successful in stopping the English in their tracks on the shores of the river. All of a sudden, the Anglophones and the Francophones began ribbing each other. We were here first. No, we were. Yes, but we gave you a drubbing. All of a sudden, I couldn't stand it anymore. I exploded. Excuse me. And the Native Americans you exterminated, weren't they here before any of you shitheads? Everyone froze. It was as silent as a tomb. I had crossed the line by speaking the unspeakable. I had touched upon the murderous origins of modern capitalism. And when I say murder, I'm thinking about 100 Hitlers, entire peoples exterminated, an entire continent sterilized, a genocide that lasted for centuries and which still hasn't come to an end. And you know what the upshot was? The next morning, I was called into the office, Samuel Black's own office, with the man himself.
The wizard. Daniel and Black Investments.
The very one. And he says to me, "Miss, you're fired. Go find a job with some redskin tribe." Disgusting.
Hence, the birth of your plan for revenge.
All right, Mr. Chomsky, I've heard enough. Get up. Get up. Go to the table. Go on. Take a seat. There. So. We're live, Mr. Chomsky.
Oh!
Listen. I've given you a lot of good arguments against capitalism, and it seems to me that you haven't been able to come up with one good comeback. If you don't have the ability or the tools to understand, it's not my fault.
You want the truth? You're just jealous of me because I'm a rich man. No, this has nothing to do with vengeance, it's just envy.
Envy of what? Your wealth to me is nothing if not sin. As Jesus said, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of heaven.
Oh, that's just a metaphor, so she's... You're twisting the Lord's words.
And when he threw the money changers out of the temple, that was fact, not words.
Listen, you're young, you're pretty, life is smiling on you.
I have oodles of money. I could keep on it smiling for you forever. Give up the madness?
The madness is in a society that allowed you to become what you are.
No, I just use the system like everybody else has.
So then let's change the system.
Change the system. Change it to what? Super system? Like, I don't know, Russia, communist China?
Fine examples of what they are.
No, I've told you, I don't have a solution yet. I don't know of any perfect world.
Okay, so what do you want? What do you want to do?
Nothing, and by that nothing, I mean everything. It's a strange paradox, I know. I'm a person who deals in facts. I'm educated at Harvard with a master's and a PhD in economics. But at this stage in the world's history, there is no perfect world for which one can sacrifice oneself. No, I'm fighting for myself. To make myself feel better, so that I can look in the mirror and say to myself, there, that's how I like you. Now you're beautiful. My egotism is the starting point towards salvation.
It's a new concept. The individualistic revolution?
Of course, one takes part in revolutions primarily for oneself. One derives pleasure from being rebellious, and the more radical the break, the better, because all of our other actions are determined by social structures. So when you finally break free, you feel stronger, more empowered. You finally manage to express your true nature, the real you.
You could have also taken me to bed and done something really good for you and for your neighbor, me. Huh? So, you still holding me hostage? Is the gun loaded? Would you be able to shoot me like a dog?
Don't tempt me. I had hoped that you would understand that you weren't dealing with just another silly little fool, but with a giant like you, capable of taking you on. Now you want to know if the gun is loaded.
Yeah.
Isn't the finger I'm pointing at you enough?
No.
As you wish. Satisfied?
What if I too were armed? Huh?
Oh, Ariel, your memory is going. Even if you did have a weapon here somewhere, you'd never remember where you'd hidden it.
You want to humiliate me, you've succeeded. Okay, I'm a doddering old farce. But you're a woman. You could have done that without a gun in your hand. It's just crazy, huh? You got fired. You want to take it out on the boss like a dog that hasn't eaten for days.
No, I never licked the master's hand. Not even when it fed me and I stuffed myself to the gills. I've given up everything. The posh life, the security of a no-limit credit card, because I was the one that felt I had limits on me. So I asked myself, do you want to continue on like this, or do you want to give your life some meaning? By snipping off these strings that move you around like a puppet, so I broke free of the matrix. I came out of the chorus, and I became a human being. I took part in the human drama.
She said goodbye and she got a train saying forever. And then she left. And then she left. She closed her eyes, kissing you and saying, we'll be together. But she always leaves. She always lives. And going down the road means living all alone together. Fixing promises to go down the road and fall asleep on feathers. And she still dreams of you, and you are on her mind alone.
Dreaming, Mr. Chomsky?
Now she's kissing another man under her soft silky bed, crying.
My old stomach's beginning to growl. All right, it's time to change the world. But it's supper time in mine. So, would you like to join me? No? Too bad for you. Pass the butter.
Get it yourself. I'm not your servant. Slavery has been abolished, and women have obtained the right to vote.
When did this happen? Recently?
Stop playing the old fool.
You are touchy.
I don't take orders from you because if you hadn't noticed, I'm the one wielding the knife by the handle.
Well, even the avenging angel of the Old Testament did not use a knife, but the blazing sword of justice.
Oh, pardon me if I've come to you dressed in my bourgeois clothes, my neat Sunday suit. Next time I'll come dressed as a samurai.
Yeah, well, the truth is, my wealth bothers mediocrities who don't know what to do with their lives. Like that penurious nobody who shot John Lennon because he was jealous of his success.
Don't mix apples and oranges. You are no John Lennon. He had the courage to say what he thought.
I'm not John Lennon, no. But I'm a great entrepreneur who's made an unimaginable fortune. And that makes us eternal antagonists in the struggle of good against evil. You, of course, always on the side of good, and I, ineluctably on the side of evil, as though I had made a Faustian pact with the devil to become the magnate you see before me, the evil genius of the world of finance. Is that what I am?
No, I'm not superstitious, but I am convinced that behind every enormous accumulation of wealth, there lurks the paw print of Satan.
Well, you are really right. You know why? Because globalization has reached a point where a little factory which manufactures non-global t-shirts and the ones with the beautiful face of Che Guevara, that same factory with its head office in Indonesia which exploits child labor, guess what? You ready for this? It's really rich. Belongs to me. And it's idealists like you who buy those t-shirts and make yours truly filthy rich. You want to stop the unstoppable progress of capitalism? You can't. Let us go quietly to our grave. Let me die in peace, in my own bed, of old age, damn it. I don't have much time left. At this very moment, the future dawns.
The future is only a black hole. I live in the present. Neither you nor I will see the dawn of a new world. The future is beyond our grasp, confused, far off in time. Better to abolish it completely from our midst.
So abolish anything you like. The sun, the moon, the Elysian fields, the 70 versions. You know what I'm gonna do in the meantime? I'm gonna enjoy myself for as long as I can. Life should be lived backwards, so you can die first and get the trauma over with. Wake up in a hospital room and appreciate the fact that you're getting better day by day. Then they release you, and you are able to go out. The first thing you do, go to your bank. Draw out your pension and spend it. Spend it to the fullest. And then time passes. And you stronger and stronger. You get physically stronger and stronger, and your wrinkles disappear. And then you can go to work. And on the first day of work, they give you a gold watch. And then you work 40 years until you're young enough to enjoy the benefits of a lifetime of work. And then you can play with your friends, you can party, you can dance, you can love, you can have sex. And then you play games and have no sense of responsibility or obligation with all your friends until you become a little baby. And then when you're small enough, you go back to the place that you know quite well. A cunt.
You are might be short of breath, but you're not short on imagination.
And you know, in the last 9 months, you've just been floating around, worry-free, in a warm room with room service, a home with lots of love, and nobody to bust your balls. And when you're ready at the end, you go out in an orgasmic burst.
You don't look much like an orgasm to me. In fact, you're white as if you'd seen a ghost.
I am a ghost. I got diabetes. I don't have any insulin in the house. I manage it with a strict diet. Now I've stuffed myself to the gills with food, and soon I'll be in a diabetic coma. I am fucked. Help me lie down on the couch.
Why did you do it?
To rob you of the pleasure of doing it yourself. And you would have done it, you know that. That's why you're here, to avenge the world. But I have taken the wind out of your sails, and I did it myself, even while enjoying the pleasure of your excellent company. Although, you know, you are a bit of a pain in the ass.
Coming from you, I'll take that as a compliment.
Yes, you're good, Cheryl. Yeah, I grant you that. You duped me. I'm not easily duped. One more thing. And it will be the last thing I say. If I had a daughter like you, I would have raised her to be just like you. You're an excellent shithead. You would be just like your father.
I appreciate the deathbed criticism.
Now tell me your name. Your real name.
My real name?
Yeah.
My real name is no one, which also means everyone.
Oh, so you're the legal counsel of the board of directors of the human race?
The obsolete dinosaur continues to spew pearls of wisdom even at the ultimate point of extinction.
Come, please, give me a kiss, as if I were your old father, who would like to die in peace, with himself, with the world perhaps, but most of all, with you.
All right then. Like with an old father.
Cheryl! Surprise! I'm not dead. Or maybe I've come back from the dead, because I am eternal. I am immortal. I am the god money, holy money. I'm me! And there's no other gods before me.
If you're alive, you have to prove it. From a day to a minute, making life cut up with a finger. I hear my reflection, my matrix, my direction. Shirts and faces laying in the station. In every place, in every day, in every face, in every way, we walk in separate steps. It's the same place we gotta get. In every word, in every reason.
Come in here.
Where are you? Never sees. We can break borders.
Rose, where are you? Ah, there you are. Rose, where am I? Is this my house? Rose, more important, who am I? Who put this thing in my ear? What am I supposed to do with it? Bite it? Well, I'm going to bite it now. I'm going to bite it. Rose, what is... Rose, your name is the flower, Rose? Is that you? Rose?
Stop acting like such an old fool. You're not so far gone as not to know who you are and what your name is.
Well, what is this for? Am I supposed to bite it? I'm going to bite it now,
Crazy?
okay? Well, it feels like a pacifier to me.
Oh, well then suck in silence, please. I've got some work to do with Africa.
Africa?
That's right, dear. We're saving Africa.
Africa. Is that why I married you?
Why else?
For sex. For vulgar, base sex.
You can have sex with your caregiver. That's why we're paying her double time. So you can stretch out your hands once we finish saving Africa.
Don't you think we're going a little bit overboard with this Africa thing? I mean, after all, we've already saved St. George.
Yes, but St. George's was just a tiny hamlet. All we did was build a fountain for the shepherds to bring their sheep to.
Well, what about that other thing, the thingamabob? You know, the...
Thingamabob? I don't know anything about.
You know very well what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
You're talking about the retirement home we built for the pearl fishers of the Pacific.
Right.
And we built the soccer field for the children of Tibet.
Great God, we flattened Everest, didn't we?
All those are mere trifles compared to the central problem.
What central problem? What's the central problem?
Africa.
Oh, Africa. You still want to work with that big green blotch between the two oceans. And how much is this Africa project going to cost me?
Everything we've got, dear. But don't worry, we've still got plenty of money to spend.
What's wrong with me? Why did I marry you? So you could spend my money. And so, even as an old man, now, as I am lying here, I could take it up the ass.
Actually, you shot me. But the gun wasn't loaded because I had no intention of hurting you. All I wanted to do was teach you a lesson. Wanted to rub your nose in reality with all of its bourgeois contradictions. And so you, filled with remorse.
Remorse? Me? I didn't do anything. Nah, I got no spark left in me. Ever since you came here, you've been making me feel like an old fool. I was an old capitalist. I was a famished shark of the world of finance. Yeah, I was once pretty successful, but now look at me. You've reduced me to a fop, begging for my monthly stipend.
My dearest, how dear you are when you pretend to be poor just to please me. I'm not home right now, or if I am, I don't want to answer. Why not? Because you're being a pain in the ass. I don't need anything or anyone, especially telemarketers, or advice on how to invest my money. In any case, sooner or later, the world's going to blow out a huge fart and let out its last breath, so mind your own business. Or if you simply can't, leave a message. Just don't count on my getting back to you. Not today, not ever. Kisses. Bye-bye.
I don't care about money. Money don't care about me. feel free. I just need my eyes to keep on seeing it. But through the road you can kiss mistakes, you can love some truth, you can sell your light to keep on breathing the blue. I don't care about money,